small little yellow things that are really annoying, we can only be talking about the minions. Despicable Me 4. Gru and Lucy are welcoming a new baby known as Gru Jr. into the family, while Nemesis from his old school return to seek revenge on Gru from the famous villain Maxime Le Mal and Valentina, forcing Gru and his family on the run and into hiding.
Your family's lives are at stake.
What?
Maxime Le Mal has escaped from prison.
I'm coming for my revenge, Gru!
We have to get to the safe house.
It has a vending machine!
Chris Renaud is the director of Despicable Me, Despicable Me 2, The Secret Life of Pets. And this time they even got writer Mike White, who's the writer of some great comedy films like Orange County, School of Rock, Nacho Libre, and the amazing TV show The White Lotus. They have Steve Carell, Kristen Wiig, Will Ferrell, Sofia Vergara, Joey King, Steve Coogan, Stephen Colbert. It is being produced by Illumination Studios. And with all that behind the camera talent, this movie still only managed to be okay.
Actually, not bad.
I don't really have that much to say about this film besides it's a Despicable Me movie. You know, the first one is incredible. I love the first Despicable Me movie. I think it's incredibly inventive, really cool premise, yet a funny and heartwarming story. Despicable Me 3 is unwatchable at parts. Like, there are sections of that movie that I still to this day haven't watched because I just can't get through it. Every time I try to watch Despicable Me 3, I lose interest within the first 20-30 minutes of the film.
So boring, man.
Okay.
Despicable Me 4, I have to say, is a bit better than the third one. It's still not as good as number 2, and it's nowhere nearly as close to the original film. There are some funny parts to it, of course. It's got the same traditional Minions humor, and they are still the same annoying, crazy, wacky characters that kids love and, you know, we grew up with. I don't know if I'm really into the Minions. Even after the first Despicable Me movie, I was like, that's good enough.
That's not good enough!
I think the Minion characters have really run its course, but I highly doubt it because it's such a cash cow for Illumination Studios. You could tell that the actors are getting a little tiresome of these roles. The directing was fine, the writing was okay, the story is very basic. This is definitely another run-of-the-mill adventure film, but it's a kids movie. You have to remind yourself that this is a movie for children, very young children too. I was in a packed movie theater in the middle of the afternoon, all by my lonesome self.
Wow, that was weird.
Which is weird for, you know, someone in their 30s to be in a kids movie theater by themselves. But hey, I review movies. It's what I gotta do sometimes.
Above got to do what above got to do.
And, you know, they were all laughing and having a good time. And good for them. They have their genre. They have their film franchise that they all love. I respect that. I can't complain. I love stupid movies as well. Really, I thought that this company with this talent in front and behind the camera and the voices of the performances, I feel like this film could just be so much better and more intense and creative. It just feels very recycled. So I'm not like bashing this film. I don't think it's awful in any regards at all, but it's definitely not breaking ground on anything new. I will say though, the animation is significantly better than the last 3 films. Like, you can tell that the CGI and animation is just getting so good, so detailed.
The detail was so rich. It was rich detail. Go into incredibly descriptive details.
Yet, it doesn't still have the comedic chops as the first 2 Despicable Me films or Minions: The Rise of Gru, the second Minions film. It just doesn't have the same pop. It doesn't have the same energy, even though it does try very hard. Before I get my final thoughts on this film, if you like this video, please make sure you click like and subscribe down below. Also, comment down below, what did you think of Despicable Me 4? Is this your favorite Despicable Me in the entire franchise? What is your favorite Illumination Studios animated film? I would love to hear your thoughts and comments down below. Please make sure you do that. I had fun with the movie and I smiled a couple of times, but ultimately it was definitely one that is very forgetful. I think if you have kids, great. You have an hour and 40 minutes of kids entertainment for your children. That's great. So I'm gonna go ahead and give Despicable Me 4 a B-. Thank you so much for checking out Mr. Teach Film Preach. Come back and check out some other reviews such as Inside Out 2 and Hitman. And we'll see you on the next film. Stay focused, stay awesome, and as always, let's get taught.